All right, so folded reply threads are getting an overhaul. So we've got a couple of different screens here. Phase one is going to be global threads and improvements to threads and channels. So I've been working on kind of a starter component pack to get us out the door a little ahead of time with the building blocks, as it were. So we're using Storybook for the bulk of the initial stuff. We'll have to move to a different method in the future, but so yeah, we're right off the bat. We've got a thread footer. This is going to be in the channels, and Storybook's kind of fun in that you can isolate your component and develop it, and you can kind of see how various states might affect it and whatnot. So that's been a lot of fun. Not a whole lot of progress on the overall feature as we're kind of just getting started, but it is nice to see some of these essentials starting to come to fruition. So yeah, it allows us to build inside of an isolated environment, and we can kind of see the different states. You can see the dimensions turn to just a standard dot, and if there's nothing, then it just goes back to a standard state. Starting to work on some of the larger components or larger areas, but these are still work in progress. So we're making progress on these things. Wanted to show you guys that some activity on the feature is happening, and yeah. Also, along with this is some updates to the timestamp component and a few new stories in Storybook to be able to control the various states. So if you don't want it to show seconds, for instance, you can X out of that and it'll just go to this minute. Its timestamp is receiving kind of some updates, or there's a few stories in here that kind of show the various states and units of everything, so you can kind of see it progress from seconds to minutes to hours and so on, all the way up to years and so on. Otherwise, you can kind of see just a raw, like, now transversing here. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, that's kind of just an update on threaded replies and kind of how we're coming along with that.